Alright guys, if your mental health is struggling or you have a hard time in life, remember that obviously you need to have higher pay or more money sometimes. So getting a second job or a third job or getting a side hustle that's legitimate, that's not a scam. Be very careful for scam side hustles. Is beneficial, right? Because in order to obviously we have people that go through crisis and mental health is really bad for a lot of people. But the way we tackle mental health is by actually, you can get a counselor, call a counseling line. You can see a counselor, but a lot of the time the problem is money. A lot of them the problem can be that. But I mean, if you need to really tackle mental health, and you need to really focus on that, then tackle it, right? But if it can be simply fixed by just getting a second job or getting a side hustle or something, because you meet new people, you're in a different environment, you're making more money, and it's really kind of crazy these days, right? Because a lot of people have to get a second job almost in order to just survive, right? So it's not an easy thing, right? So we don't, well, obviously mental health, very important we tackle the mental health issues and conquer them. But it can be difficult because you think to yourself, well, I need more money. What else do I need, right? So obviously mental health issues are very important to tackle. We want to tackle them, but if you have to really focus on them, you really focus on them because that's important. But sometimes it's just a matter of getting more money or having more money in the bank or being able to afford your bills better and all that. Anyway, now guys, my TikTok channel is Marco DC 2018 and Marco DC 381, so I've got the two TikTok channels. The Imposter's Marco DC period, with a period, 2018, that's the Imposter. And I've got, you can always message me if you want to vent or you want to talk about something and you're upset about something. You can always message me, alright? While I'm not super famous, I will see most of the messages, okay? So I will definitely respond, and some people just need that one ear for a second or whatever. I'm not a professional though. There are counseling lines. You can Google counseling lines. Make sure they're a proper counseling line. You don't want to call someone randomly and think it's a counseling line and they'll give you the worst advice and then you're upset, right? So make sure it's a legit counseling line. In Winnipeg, we have Clinic Crisis Line. That's a legit counseling line. Clinic with a K, I think. That's a legit 24-hour crisis line and it's free, okay? So call that if you need to, okay? Even if you're in another city or state or country or whatever, call them because they can redirect you to what resources you need in your country or city or province or state or whatever. Anyway, and then I'm sure you could Google California hotline. I'm sure there's some that are more readily available. Make sure that when you're calling a counseling line though, like I said, make sure it's a legit counseling line, right? If you phone one and you think it's a legit counseling line and they're just like, what do you mean? And they play along with it or whatever, right? You have to make sure you're phoning a legitimate counseling line, right? Anyway, I wish you all the best, alright? And I hope you guys all do amazing, alright? Make sure that when you're striving for success, you really focus on making sure you have everything in order. You want to make sure you have the money. You want to make sure you have the partners. You want to make sure you have the love for yourself. You want to make sure you have all those things in place. And some people are nice. They don't need everything in place. They know it's going to happen. They know it's going to happen. And they're willing to help out. But in order to truly be happy, make sure you have everything in place for yourself so that you can really be able to give to others. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye now.